Hey guys, you're out with Ambler, and Ambler is with Vincent Torres from Awake at Last. How you doing, Vincent?
I am doing pretty well, Amber. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. So, a bunch of Delaware boys are in the Tampa, Florida area today, huh?
We are indeed.
Tell us about this
It's hot.
tour. It's hot. It's hot here in Virginia where I'm at too. What in the world?
Yeah, it's the humidity too. It's definitely there. Definitely chewing on our air a little bit down there.
And you guys are smack dab in the middle of a tour with Famous Last Words, Day Shell, and At My Mercy. Am I right?
Absolutely.
How's that going?
It's actually been really awesome. We're in week 2 now, so everyone's kind of like fully flipped the switch in war mode. Sometimes when you first get on tour, everyone's got to kind of like get back with the program of, sleeping in vans and the really fast and chaotic vibe of everything, and then now everyone's just doing, oh, hey, what's up, man? Oh, how you doing? How was your off day? Everything's good. We're all locked in now.
Now, speaking of sleeping in vans, please tell me you guys are getting your daily showers. That's what Planet Fitnesses are for, right?
Absolutely. Only half the band members have to get a blind card membership, and you can sign in the other half of the band members as guests, so it's totally great.
Perfect, perfect. I like to make sure that all my boys on the road are clean.
Mm-hmm. Can't be thinking hugging fans at the most.
Hell no. Well, never a good thing. Speaking of the fans, tell me about the band's take on their fans, towards their fans, the interaction, the whole fan experience that fans can expect to have when they meet you guys at the merch table.
I think the most important, outside, that's like a big strain at this point, the most important aspect that we try to do with our fans is that, music is about connection. And I know that rock and roll is, a hard thing to keep alive sometimes. You see venues shut down all the time. I honestly think that comes with that old stigma where, like, the band's too cool to be available to your fan base. Like, they're all hanging out in their vans, they just walk down close, the merch table for a little while and then go. We are always, I think that I literally every show try to give a picture to every person who's there and have like at least a 5-minute conversation just to let them know who we are, what we're trying to do, and then they'll be surprised when I'm the one who gets on stage sing. Like, they thought I was like a PR guy or something, and I'm like, nope, I'm the singer, we want to be available to our fan base, especially in this very crucial part of our career, because if we can get our full fan base together now, it's with any luck, if things really take off, we want to make sure that we can take care of the people who were there for us when we were nothing, So if anybody ever comes out to an Awake at Last show, like, very approachable, we're very available, and we're always trying to connect and, talk and maybe even shed a little bit of light on some of the issues a lot of our fan base kind of deals with, anxiety, depression. A lot of our fans are within those kind of confines. People help companies and stuff. So we always try to be very present. A band is only as strong as its fan base in this day and age. They keep you alive.
Yeah, that they do. Now, you guys have got this debut full-length album, The Change, coming out near the end of June, and you've got this single, The Change, that is getting some really good airplay on Octane, and the song features Spencer from Ice Nine Kills. I know that there's some extremely positive lyrics in this song, and I understand going to be throughout the whole album. So talking about the positive fan experience, tell us a little bit about the writing of that album and what you want to convey to your fans through your words.
So the album, it's conceptual. It's sort of a storyline that's been kind of being played out in my head for a long time, and I tried my best to make it cinematic. I wanted it to feel like, you could listen to it from beginning to end and kind of feel what this character goes through. And I purposely removed, like, third person and used a lot of I and me because I want the listeners to be this character. And then kind of like, if you look for the little subtle hints within the songs, you'll kind of see that it's a life about a young being who is struggling with things like mental health and overcoming the obstacles of, like, connecting with people. We live in a very crazy social media kind of world right now, and how this character kind of struggles with, the humanity side of things, because, social media has connected us to everyone and also somehow disconnected us to some of those deeper,
Right.
those
Exactly.
deeper emotions, I guess, those deeper vibes. Um, so the album kind of plays out through that, but also talks a lot about overcoming those obstacles and taking that moment to reflect in a room like if you're at a show, or to make a change in your life, to like pursue a life that's more fulfilling
Hmm.
than letting circumstance and toxic people and maybe you're working a job that really just like drains you, and like maybe you've been wanting to paint, or you've been wanting to write film, or you want to write songs, or you want to draw. It's about trying to like find ways to pursue that, and we as a band are trying to be living examples of with perseverance and positivity and hard work, you can pretty much accomplish things that would fulfill you rather than kind of drain you. If that makes any sense. So I hope that
It
they
does.
pick up from it when they get into it.
Well, actually, I have a good friend of mine, and her name is Brooke. And speaking of a job that drains you, that's like the biggest thing in her life right now is this job that drains her. And she has her music to help her survive. And she is a really big fan of you guys. And she had told me that, the change was very deep and inspirational and things like that. So you can know straight from Brooke's mouth to my ears that you are definitely making an impact.
That is amazing to hear. I wish her the best of luck in whatever she's trying to get through right now.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So these Delaware boys that are in Florida right now actually had this album produced in my neck of the woods. I'm near Greensboro, North Carolina. I believe you all dealt with Kyle Odell and Josh Landry.
Yes, ma'am.
What'd you think of Greensboro?
I didn't mind it, although I will say that the circumstances in which we were there were unfavorable.
Oh, no.
We were in a very business parky kind of town, or like kind of part of town, and
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have really, we had so much invested in doing the rest of it, we had very little money to like live off of, so we
Oh,
basically parked our van in a business park and lived there for the entirety of that month we were recording the record, so there were some high highs and some low lows in there. There were days where it was just rain, so you were either in the studio or in the bus. It was, but overall, the people were really nice. I actually have some family members over there. I had an uncle. I got some relatives over there. That was
uh-huh.
really cool. And,
Okay.
so it was nice. I love North Carolina, and I love the South. So it was a pleasant experience overall.
Well, good. I actually have another friend that has a bed and breakfast she has recently established right outside of Greensboro. And one of her goals, because she is also a huge music lover, is to gear her bed and breakfast towards traveling bands.
That would actually be awesome.
I think it's pretty awesome. And I've seen pictures of how she's decorating. It's decorated very tastefully, yet she has like artist photos on walls and memorabilia, and it's going to be completely amazing when it's done. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'll have to definitely step into that.
So you guys, after you get off of this tour, you're going to be headed straight back out on the road with Eyes Set to Kill and Rivals, I do believe.
I do believe indeed.
How long is that tour going to last?
We got about 8 days off before we go back out with those guys, and that's going to be a big one because that one's going on right before the change comes out, the record.
Okay. Uh-huh.
That's going to be a big, promo fest there, because we're doing the Ice at the Kill days, and then we're doing a small set of intimate headlining dates where we're
Oh,
going to be playing a lot more of the length records. We're
okay.
doing, I think, a week of those as we head off onto another tour we got to do, but it's not announced yet. But
Okay.
I'm pretty excited because we get to come back up into Canada. I'm hoping it's a little bit cooler up there, I'm sure it will be. It's further north. But we've been out with Ice before, and they're great, great people and great musicians.
Good.
So it's always an honor to like get to go out with bands that you also admire and look up to.
Wonderful. Yeah, I love hearing when it's good people involved.
Oh
That.
yeah, absolutely. Because I've met both sides of the spectrum. There's the really really cool musicians, and then there's the various scandal fish. I'm too cool.
Yeah.
with the supporting band. Yeah, it happens. And I'm just like, okay, well, I have to put myself down.
Yeah, when you run into those too cool, it's like, okay, bye.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Vincent. Well,
No
I'm not
time in my life for that kind of thing.
exactly no negativity, none. Well, I'm going to let you run. I know you guys have things to do and places to be, but I just want to thank you for taking a moment out of your day to speak with Out with Ambler.
I super appreciate it. Thank you so much. This was pleasant.
You guys be safe out there.
All right. Will do. Have a great night.
You as well. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.